Hey guys, what's up? Today we got Transformers Age of Extinction Optimus Prime, later class. And just from the front, it looks like a very nice artwork. If you flip toward the side, you can see that the artwork continues on the side. Very nice Transformers logo right there. Some nice printing. And then on the back, you can see that it comes with his bio, some very nice photo work. And you can see it comes with a Sword of Judgment and a Vector Shield. I believe the Vector Shield is the the shield that Sentinel Prime was using in the last movie. So, getting excited to see how that comes into play in the new movie. And then just on the side, you got a nice Autobot logo, kind of asteroid, meteor kind of artwork. And on the bottom, see it's an authentic Transformers. And on the top, just more of that meteor Autobot logo. Alright, I'm gonna get it open and then we're gonna take a look at it. And here he is in robot mode. It's definitely stocky. I feel like, they could have done a lot better, especially since they've done a lot better than the recent movies, or the past movies, like, the original 2007, then Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon. They've all been pretty decent. Now this one's just kind of like stocky, and it's got like a nice backpack to it. It's overall a nice figure. It looks great, but I feel like they could have done a lot better. Now as for the weapons, he comes with the Sword of Judgment, I think they called it. And I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't paint the handle, just kind of left it as a yellow. But, yeah, what are you going to do? And then here's Sentinel shield. Could have done with a little bit more color, paint, detail. But, not too bad. And he can hold it just fine. And his shield can plug in. Here, takes a little bit getting into. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, kind of forms like a nice cannon. So if you're kind of disappointed with the sword, you can kind of get a nice little cannon out of it. I don't know if he can hold it in his hands. Check. And doesn't look like he really wants to. Alright, as for articulation, you can kind of pivot these shoulder pads up and down to the side. You can't see that. Kind of pivot these shoulder pads up and down to the side around. His arms are kind of like on a ratchet, and then they pivot up and down up to a 90-degree angle. His elbows rotate 360 and bend. No wrist movement, but he does have a nice thumb swivel, which I guess is okay. It doesn't make up for the wrist swivel, and same on the other arm. These, if you don't like them, you can kind of move them out of the way, but it kind of looks weird. And they move up and down, so if you want to move them up out of the way, make for better articulation in the feet, give them a nice karate kick. And then they move, the legs move forward, bend at the knee, and as you can see there's some ankle tilt, but that's mainly due to the transformation. And yeah, head kind of got like a bobbing movement up and down, and rotate side to side, but doesn't rotate 360. And then, but it's definitely limited due to the shoulder pads, which kind of sucks. And then his crotch shield kind of move up and down. Yeah, and then give me a second and we'll get into transformation. So what I like to do is I like to start off with this, pulling this chest plate up and then pushing his head down. So you'll notice that when you push it down, it'll pop his head up. And then so it'll lock it in place so you can't push it back down. So you gotta unlock it and then push his head down. And then what you want to do is you want to just kind of get everything out of the way and pull his skirt piece out and lock it. And then what you want to do is you want to pull his crotch plate up and then go down here to his wheels and just kind of, you can do this at any point, but I like to just start right now and bend these wheels and then push his feet in and then make sure everything is clear, because what you're going to want to do is you want to take this and rotate it 180 degrees and then you want to take this, pivot it and push it, move it down, just kind of get out of the way, and then kind of make sure that this stays straight, and then you want to pivot it. So now you can kind of start seeing, pivot this down, or move this down, you can kind of start seeing where the front of the truck is coming in. And you want to move this in, move this down, and then there's three parts. There's one on the grill, one on the hood, and one on the top of the front of the truck mode. So you want to push it in down here, make sure those plug into place, make sure the grill or the hood plugs into place, and then make sure the top plugs into place, because if one of these, there we go, because if one of these doesn't plug in correctly, then it just kind of looks like a giant unfit puzzle. And then you want to sit him up and then make sure his crotch plate covers this gray spike thing, which was the foot. And you want to take these shoulder pads right here, bend them in, and then rotate his arms to the 90-degree angle, and do the same on the other side. So push his shoulder in, and then rotate it 90 degrees. You want to make sure that it's all under the chest plate. Then what you want to do is you want to take this back piece, push it up, and then that'll give you clearance to be able to push this out. And then you want to, this little gas tank area right here, you want to push it out on both sides, and then kind of straighten everything out, get ready to plug it all in, and then fold it side of the truck up, and make sure everything's lined up, because you can see, there we go, line everything up, plug it all into place, make sure everything, you can see it's all coming together now. Plug the two, what were the shoulder pads, now become the, move this down a bit. The shoulder pads before now become the roof of the truck mode. Move this back, and then there's two peg holes, if you see that right there, and then plug it in, make sure, there, if you see that, and then it just plugs in right there. plugs in at the top, and one right there. And then you've got Optimus Prime in his Windstar mode. It's nice. It's not horrible. Granted, I've never seen one in person, so I can't say that this is accurate, but movie toys are normally pretty accurate. One thing I don't like is that there's a giant hole. There's a whole bunch of holes right here, and I don't see why they couldn't have covered them up. It doesn't look like it's not hindering the transformation at all. But the shield can store where the trailer hitch is. I don't see why you would want to do that, but if you want weapon storage, you can store under here. You kind of want to make sure, because this feels like very cheap plastic. You don't want to take the chance of breaking. You kind of have to put some force in it, and then you can slide the sword under there. Clears fairly well, and then just roll it. Overall, I think the figure is... And then we can do some size comparisons. Here, let's see what I got here. Here he is with the Dark of the Moon Camaro version of Bumblebee. Scale fairly... No, they don't scale at all. Who am I kidding? Camaro is way smaller than this. And then we've got let's do MP Pro. And we'll go back to Generations Cut, because we did that last time. Yeah, overall I think that the figure is very nice. It rolls well. Not rubber tires though, but... Although no. Oh, maybe they are rubber tires. Maybe not. But the figure itself is okay. I wouldn't pay $50 like I did. But, I mean, if you really want to and you're really into Optimus Prime and you feel the need to collect all of them, then go right ahead. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys.